to In the Know, Teach Me How. I'm Melanie, and I'm joined by the glamorous, fabulous, super intelligent, one and only Grace Lee. Grace, we're so excited to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, if y'all don't know, you will know soon. She is a social media strategist queen and also a photographer. So you know that means she's got the eye. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and how you create these images that you actually will later want to put into frames?
A lot of what I do is really strategy for social management, content creating. So of course, this is very fitting.
The statement wall in your apartment is so specific. Every time I see it, even if your face isn't in it, I'm like, that's Grace's. How do you choose what goes into your frames? That's like so stressful for me.
I like to see it as like the frames are telling the story. A statement wall really defines my character, my personality, and makes my mark in the New York City apartment.
How do you feel a great statement wall can change your attitude and, of course, your apartment or your home?
As you can see with my statement wall, you'll notice pieces that are very simple, but have some sort of meaning to really define who I am as a person.
So I am so excited. I've been wanting to do a statement wall forever. How do I get started?
You start with maybe picking an anchor piece, your biggest piece, like this one, and kind of putting that in the center of what it is you want to create, and then picking smaller frames or pieces around it to really just create that layout.
Now comes the fun part. Let's actually get started. Should I just go ahead and hang these up on the wall and play?
No, definitely not.
Okay, got it. Who told me to do that?
So we have this tracing paper.
Let's
go ahead and roll that out. Ooh. And the reason you want to start with this and not your wall is because you don't want your landlord coming after you. The big one is the anchor. So you want to create things around it. So should we do horizontal or vertical?
You know, I love, let's do vertical. I also love that these ones have these kind of matching colors, like these deeper jewel tones. I think it's really pretty.
Okay, so maybe we'll put this one here. Yeah. Another thing is we want to make sure we have some space, and this is what the measuring tape is for.
Awesome.
Just making sure we keep it aligned and even with like, let's just say like an inch or two.
Grace, I think we might need a little room. Get cozy with me, let's go. All right, so we've got this. What do you think?
I think we need more space.
Okay,
let's move it over.
Down. Okay, let's do that.
Let's shift this.
Perfect. Now the fun part, can we start tracing?
Of course.
Let's do it. Right. Ooh, where to begin? Okay. This is great. And it doesn't have to be exact, right?
No, it's just a blueprint.
Oh, you were fast. Can we do the big one together?
Yeah. Well, now that you pull this all out, and you can kind of see the layout.
I feel like this gives us room to grow. Like, as we move on to our next chapter, we could put something up here. We could put something there.
And because you did the measurements of the frames, if you wanted to swap out a piece, all you have to do is just change the art inside it because you know the size and make sure you pick the same size.
Yes, that's so easy. Now that we have an amazing master plan, Grace, how do we follow more of your adventures, your statement wall, and all of the fun things you're up to in New York City?
You can find me on Instagram @bygracelee, and I do have a podcast. It's called On the Grow Podcast. Lastly, I do have a website for my social media services. It is gracefullymade.com.
Grace, thank you so much for joining us. This has been an absolute blast, and I cannot wait to see this go up on the wall. This has been In the Know, Teach Me How. I'm Melanie, and this is your girl, Grace. And we have a little statement wall to get to. I'm so excited. Okay, which frame should we pick up first?
The big one, of course.